Welcome to the Vacation Rental Show, How We Grow. This is your essential playbook to grow and scale your vacation rental business. With advice and insights from the best in the biz, I'm your host, Lynell Gordon. Welcome to How We Grow, the Vacation Rental Show. I'm your host, Lynell Gordon, and today's episode is something very special. Over the past year, we've had the privilege of speaking with some of the brightest minds in the vacation rental industry. From property managers to tech innovators, from marketing experts to industry veterans, each guest has shared invaluable insights that can help you to grow your business. Well, today we're going to revisit some of the most powerful advice and actionable tips from our 2024 conversations. Whether you're just starting out or managing 1,000 or so properties, here's something for everyone. Let's talk about strategic growth and something fundamental: how to approach growth in the vacation rental industry. One message that came through clearly from multiple guests was that growing sustainably is far more important than growing quickly.
One thing I can say about growth is that you got to do it slowly. I think quality over quantity is important.
That's Alex Zimianek sharing a crucial reminder that's especially relevant in today's market. And he wasn't alone in this perspective. Jim Bisley echoed this sentiment with some practical advice about staying focused.
That's another strong thing I would tell people, that in the beginning is to decide what is our mission, what are our core values, what is our core focus, and try to stick with that.
But what does strategic growth actually look like in practice? Adam Knight shared an insight that changed how many of our listeners think about expansion.
Growing your business isn't necessarily getting more doors. It's how much money can you get from the doors that you already have.
This is such an important perspective shift. Instead of always chasing more properties, the focus should be on maximizing the potential of your current portfolio. Tiffany Hobbs Wilson from Hobbs Realty took this concept even further, explaining how they implemented it in their business.
What we really wanted to do was figure out how to set a standard in an industry that doesn't have a lot of standards. And as far as it's just so different wherever you go, and the money that you pay and what you're going to get.
These insights paint a clear picture. A successful growth in the vacation rental industry, it isn't about rapid expansion. It's about intentional development with clear standards and a focus on maximizing value. Once you have your growth strategy in place, success in this industry comes down to relationships with your owners, with your guests, and your team. Amber Hurdle put it perfectly when she shared this fundamental truth about our industry.
You serve two gods. You have your homeowner, otherwise you don't have a product, and you have your guest, otherwise you don't have revenue. So you've got two people and you cannot treat them the same.
This balance between serving owners and guests is crucial. Rachel Alday shared how her company maintains this balance through consistent communication.
We're super careful, just making sure that our homeowner communication is really consistent with a group of people that are always going to be the same, so that the homeowners can have actual friendly relationship with us.
And when challenges arise with owners, Tiffany Hobbs Wilson offered this perspective on turning difficult situations into opportunities.
I love taking a difficult situation and by the end of the call, resolving it, or at least feeling better about the situation and knowing that the other person understands that I care about their problem and that I'm going to do what I can to fix it.
But it's not just about external relationships. Brian Olson emphasized the importance of building strong internal teams.
And that you have to trust your team. We have such a great team in place that I don't worry about it. They question themselves whether they can handle it, but I know they can.
This idea of empowering your team was echoed by Valerie Budd, who shared one of her key learnings about collaborative growth.
We have a very collaborative team. You're not going to know what you mean if you're not talking to the people on your front lines.
The message is clear. Success in vacation rentals isn't just about properties and processes. It's about people. Whether it's your owners, your guests, or your team, building and maintaining these strong relationships, it's fundamental to sustainable growth.
Built by property managers for property managers. Streamline is a powerful software that gives managers enterprise-level capabilities to drive more revenue and improve operational efficiency. Migrating to Streamline allows property managers to gain functionality while reducing the need for multiple vendors, improving flow by logging into a single system and reducing redundant technology costs. With Streamline, property managers achieve revenue lifts by leveraging our fully fledged communication center, reservations quoting system, revenue management tools, homeowner acquisition CRM, and powerful direct OTA connections. Streamline also has industry-leading trust accounting and report capabilities to give you clarity in an overall company performance. Learn more about Streamline Vacation Rental Software at streamlinevrs.com.
As our industry continues to evolve, technology plays an increasingly important and crucial role in how we operate our businesses. But with so many options available, how do we choose the right solution? John Ahn shared a valuable perspective on this challenge.
There's no way that one tech provider can anticipate all the different permutations of how people operate their businesses.
This is such an important point. There is no one-size-fits-all solution, but there are certain technologies that have become essential, particularly in the revenue management. Jim DeVos was particularly passionate about this.
If you're not using dynamic pricing, get off your butt and go find it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, find the next DARM conference, Data and Revenue Management Conference, go and learn about it and pick one. Because if you're not using dynamic pricing, you're in the dark ages today.
However, Tim Woodward reminded us that technology alone, it isn't enough.
Don't just sit there and say, oh, we've got a pricing tool. It sets our rates. We're good. You've got to market. You've got to look at all your services you offer, see if there's more things you can do. Evaluate those things.
And speaking of new technologies, AI was a hot topic this year. Francois Guelo offered a balanced perspective on its role in our industry.
It's not about replacing people in hospitality. I think the human aspect is so important in personalizing the guest experience, personalizing the overall stay, but being able to use AI will just speed up a lot of the tasks that you need to be able to do in order to scale realistically.
The key takeaway here, technology should enable and enhance your business. It shouldn't define it. It's about finding the right tools that align with your specific needs and then using them strategically to support your growth. Our final theme focuses on something that can truly set your business apart, your brand, and how you market it. The Stitchers from Seaside Vacations shared a crucial insight about timing.
One thing that we did extremely well was we began building our brand on day zero.
Jessica Gillingham emphasized how critical storytelling is in our industry, especially when you're dealing with community perceptions.
Often short-term rentals are seen as the bad guys. So it's really important for managers to be able to kind of tell a positive story, not a fake story, but talk about the positives about what they're bringing to their community or to their owners or to their guests.
When it comes to standing out in the market, Kara Shimizu shared this practical insight about first impressions.
If their listing is eye-catching, they're going to get clicks, which lead to bookings, which lead to revenue. How a VR property looks is the first line of interaction between the owner and the guest, and it needs to be a good one.
And Eric Goldreher highlighted a crucial aspect of modern vacation rental managing, the importance of direct bookings.
I think everybody wins on the supply side and the demand side when the traveler can book direct. Whether
Absolutely.
It's the savings or we feel honestly a higher level of hospitality.
As we wrap up this special episode, we've covered a lot of ground, from strategic growth to relationships, from technology to branding. But one thing stands out across all these conversations. Success in the vacation rental industry comes from intentional, thoughtful approaches to every aspect of your business. I want to thank all of our guests from 2024 who've shared their wisdom and their experiences. And thank you, our listeners, for being a part of this journey of growth and learning. Remember to subscribe to the Vacation Rental Show, How We Grow, wherever you get your podcast, and join us next time for more insights from the best and the brightest in the industry.
This episode of How We Grow is brought to you by Streamline. To find out more about how Streamline can help grow your vacation rental business, visit streamlinevrs.com. Make sure to search for How We Grow in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts, or anywhere else podcasts are found, and hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. On behalf of the team here at Inhabit, thanks for listening.